Alright, let's look at another example. Alright, I'm going to construct, what I'm going to do here. Let me just go ahead and just write one out here. So 4 times 7, and sometimes you'll see parentheses around. It could be both of them or maybe either one. We'll say 7 over 8. Now before we multiply these two together, we need to try to simplify this down as much as we can. And as we can see here, there's a 7 in the numerator here, and then a 7 in the denominator here. So we can cancel these 7's out and just rewrite this as 4 over 8. And then of course now we would just simply simplify this down. 4 goes into 4 one time, and 4 goes into 8 two times. So we really don't want to multiply this stuff together. For example, 4 times 7 is 28, and then 7 times 8 is 56, and now what we've got to do is simplify this down. Right, so we don't want to do that. We want to simplify this down first as much as we can, and then we can reduce and so forth. What if I were to have a negative half? And I'm going to put a parentheses around this negative here. And we're going to multiply this by 10 over 17. Now we have a negative number times a positive number. And in the previous section on natural numbers and integers, we should know what a negative times a positive is. But this is a negative rational number. Okay, these are both rational numbers or fractions, but you can have negatives. Alright, let's do it. Let's simplify this first. We know that 2 goes into 10, and it goes into 10 5 times. And 2 goes into itself 1 time. So now I'm going to rewrite this. This becomes negative 1 over 1. And this becomes 5 over 17. Now, a 1 over 1 is just 1. So this is just a negative 1 times 5 over 17. And a negative 1 times 5 over 17, let me put a parentheses around this. So 1 times 5 over 17 is just 5 over 17, but you have a negative, so this just becomes a negative 5 over 17. Right, easy enough dealing with negatives. Alright, let's work another one out here. Let's say we had a half times 3/7 plus, let's say we've got 2/3 times 4. Alright, so we've now combined both addition and multiplication of fractions here together. So let's try to work this out. So there's no simplifying going on here, so this just becomes 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 7 is 14, plus, now what about this over here? Can we simplify this down? And no. So 2 times 4 is 8, and then we have a 3 in the numerator there. So we need to get a common denominator, and 3 doesn't go into 14 at all. So this doesn't look good, but we'll go ahead and we can work through this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply this guy over here by 3 over 3, and this one 14 over 14.